Hi, this is Sean Murray, broker with over 30 years experience in real estate here in Temecula, California, trying to provide you with the latest information and details on where the market's heading and to bring you up to date with what happened in November. If you like the information, please press like. If you would like more content, please press subscribe. Otherwise, let's go. Let's get started on the data. Okay, so we're going to start by looking at the inventory and get a picture, an overall view looking back in 2008. There was almost 16 months of inventory on the market, which obviously caused a big downturn that we're all quite well aware of. You can see the inventory started to decrease, and we're currently looking at about a 1 month inventory on properties, as you can see from the next chart. Very, very low inventory level, which is driving the prices up. If you're a buyer, you want a property, you don't have much to choose from. If we look at the median days on market, you can see how this has increased slightly. I mean, very slightly, to about 11 days from the low in the summer of about 6 days. If you look at that over a 5-year period, you can see how that's come down from well above 50 to where we are today at 11 days. It's just a phenomenal market if you're a seller. It's not nearly as much fun if you're a buyer. Looking at the new listings, again, we're in a seasonal time of year, the holidays, where we would expect to see listings slowing down, and this is nothing to be terribly concerned about. As you can see, we are dramatically down from where we were last month, but again, nothing to worry. Again, this is, if you pull back and look at the 5-year chart, you see what I'm saying about this being a much more seasonal pattern and nothing at all to be concerned about. Looking at active listings, again, as we would expect, going into the holiday season, that has slowed down and come down a little bit, and as you can see, over the 5 years, the active listings we currently have are very low relative to where they were. We're looking at 199 active listings. If you go back to 2016, we had over 800 in Temecula. It's pretty incredible what's happened to the market. Again, as I was saying, the seasonal factor right there, you can see the listings coming down as we go into the holiday period. And again, for November, you can see how it matches up compared with 2019 of 400 down to 199. 2021. As far as closed sales, as you would expect, with fewer listings and fewer available properties, they have come down a little bit on closed sales, but again, very seasonal. If we look out at the 3 years, you'll see we're still very healthy at 180 for the month of November. However, that is down from 212 last year for November. But again, if you look at it on the seasonal chart, that is pretty normal to see a little bit of a downturn on closed sales. Going into December is nothing to be concerned about. As far as pending sales, again, they're following what closed sales are doing. Actually, closed sales are following what pending sales are doing. But basically, seasonal pattern, and it's coming down towards the holiday season. We fully expect this as of 15th of January up over to start picking up, and we expect inventory to increase and pending sales to increase. Again, if you step back to the 5-year, you can see the pattern I'm talking about. The holiday period, it drops down dramatically and then spikes up in the spring selling season. Now, for the good news if you're a seller, bad news if you're a buyer. The medium sales price, you can see, is hovering right around $675, a fraction below where it was in September, but still in October, but still very strong. And I would expect this to reach a new all-time high in the summer of 2022. It's looking very good if you're a seller. And again, just showing the $200,000 increase over the last 3 years on the medium sales price. It's just incredible if you're a property owner. If you're a buyer, and you're still on the sidelines, still waiting to buy, it's not good. I mean, your payments have definitely come up. Fortunately, though, the lower interest rates have definitely allowed the affordability to be a little bit more acceptable. Again, look at the medium sales price. We can see how high we are today, and we can break that down a little bit more. So November, we're at 675, October 687.5. So you can see we came down a fraction, and 680 in September. So the market's doing kind of what we'd expect to stabilize over the holidays before it pushes higher in the spring selling season. Now, for the stuff we've got to be aware of to make sure the market keeps going and is healthy, the notice of defaults that were filed in Temecula are still at a very, very low number. Now, foreclosures and everything that's currently allowed again. We're looking at only 4 NODs in all of Temecula in November, which is very, very low, and 0 trustee sales in November. If we spread out so you can see the overall market for Riverside County. There was a total of 145 NODs filed in Orange County, in Riverside County, which again is very low, and a total of only 43 total trustee sales in all of Riverside County. So the market definitely has no distress. It's showing no distress at all. And that wraps up the data breakdown for November 2021. So as you can see from the data, Temecula was really strong in November. We expect this to continue through December with small seasonal declines, which are normal for this time of year. Going in, setting us up for a really strong start to 2022, where we expect the market to be very strong still. It's a great market for a seller. If you're looking at selling a property, I would highly recommend get it done in 2022. If I can help you anymore or you need any other information, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you any way I can. I've had a lot of clients asking me about buying properties in this market, and are they going to overpay if they buy now? Are they better off waiting for another year or two for the market to calm down? Again, everyone's situation different, but you've got to consider you've got tax benefits when you buy, you have rent to pay if you don't buy. So it is a complicated question, but to simplify as best I can, if you intend to live in a property for an extended time period and you can qualify for one of these very low interest rates loans, now is a very good time to buy. Temecula is a great market. It is expanding its population, so it is very much in demand, and prices should continue to rise over the long term, even if we do see a small pullback in the near future. With the cost of money being so cheap, you will be better off buying now, even at a fractionally higher price, getting the low rate of financing, than buying a property in a year or two, potentially $15,000, $20,000 cheaper, but at a dramatically higher interest rate, which will actually cost you more money in the long term in reference to your finance charges and the overall cost of the property. So right now, if you're long term and you know you're going to be out here, now is a great time to buy. So I've had several sellers come up to me recently and ask me, is it a good time to sell? And the answer is yes and no. If you intend to be in the property, or if you intend to live in Temecula for an extended time period, if the property meets all your goals, you don't need any more bedrooms, you don't need anything additional, the house is just a little bit dated or whatever, you may want to consider remodeling, refinancing at a low rate, and just keeping the property you've got. There's so much competition for any new property that comes on the market. It'll just be difficult to sell one and to justify buying another one at a much higher price for that transaction to make sense. If you are looking at moving in the next couple of years, is selling a good idea now? Yes, I do believe so. I believe the spring of 2022 will get you top dollar for your property. I think we're going to find coming to the end of 2022, early 2023, that the market is going to turn down a little bit, and we are going to see prices not tank, but definitely be under a little bit more pressure than there will be in the selling season. And you will and you should be able to maximize your dollars during that time period. So if you are looking at selling, that's my thoughts. If I can help you anymore, please feel free to reach out to me. Well, I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season, and I wish you a very prosperous new year. If I can help you in any way, please let me know, and I'll be glad to do anything I can to make your new year special. Thank you, Sean Murray. If you did like this video, please press subscribe, and you'll continue to receive my monthly updates. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.